Hey, Scarlett. Yeah, it's an exciting day for me, as you can imagine, because I love cars. But what I love even more than cars is motorcycles. And I have a buddy here, Bill Melvin, who actually bought the Buell brand and the Buell IP from Harley Davidson and from Eric Buell himself. And Bill, now you're going to be building these Buell motorcycles here in Michigan. Talk to me just quickly about what it means to manufacture in America in this day and age. Like, how hard is it to get set up and go from, nothing to 6,000 motorcycles a year?
That's a great question. It's a lot of work. It's capital intense. We've had to build a great team. We've had to build resources. And right now we're actively trying to scale. So we've been putting together manufacturing supply chain, and that's happening. We started building the bike last month. Now we're starting deliveries, which are going all over the country. And, capital is probably the constraint that we're working with. We're actually we're interviewing right now some growth capital partners and looking for the right one. But also, our customer demand is high. So they're like, give us the bike. We're ready for it. Bring it. And we're starting to deliver. So they're starting to do their marketing, which is getting other people excited. So the market's really clamoring for the bike, which is super fun.
I will say I have ridden the motorcycle. I was lucky enough to get on one for a week or two, and I was personally very impressed. To me, I keep telling people it's like it has the feeling of one of the KTM, Super Dukes, but it looks like a lowrider, so it's a great package for America. What are you hearing from customers? What are you hearing from critics about the bike?
It's really what the American rider wanted. They wanted an American-built bike with a lot of American components. We're building them here in Michigan. And it is styled as an American cruiser. It's got a steel gas tank, American frame, but it's got a V-twin 175 horsepower engine, and it only weighs 485 pounds. So it leans over, it goes fast, you can put it on a racetrack.
It revs high.
So the American crowd is super excited about it.
So how does the production stand right now? As you said, you've already started making them. I think you've delivered at least one to Skip Barber.
Yeah.
And you've taken at least 6,000 pre-orders, right?
Yes. Yep. So we're scaling up. So now for over the next 8 months, we're scaling our production every month. We get to our run rate September, October, going full speed. And then in 2027, we'll increase a little bit more as that supply chain is starting to flow. Fortunately, we are just got notice that we're getting support from the Export-Import Bank. That'll take a few months to get put into fruition, but that's a Make More in America program that's designed to help support American manufacturers, bring jobs in manufacturing back to the U.S., and help American manufacturers like us be more competitive on the global marketplace.
It seems to me the Super Cruiser is a good fit for super hooligan racing.
Yep.
That's something that the AMA is doing right now. Also, I met you at the MotoGP race in Austin for the first time, so I know you care about racing, and you've been on dirt bikes your whole life.
Yep.
What can you see as the next step beyond the Super Cruiser?
Well, we would love to get more involved in racing. Obviously, it's very motivational being here in the new Michigan Central Station with Ford. Thanks for the invite. This is a beautiful facility that the Fords have done so much work on, but they're showcasing Ford racing here and all these race cars. And Buells love to go fast. We do have some race bikes. We have bikes that race in NHRA. But there's more racing we can do. So as the company starts to grow and get volume and have a larger following around the country, we're going to be in a lot more races.
The two questions I ask American manufacturers that are, boilerplate: how are you dealing with tariffs? Because I'm sure you must have to import a lot of components, even if you try and get as many American-made components as you can, and obviously steel. Also, how are you doing with labor? There's been a pretty acute labor shortage, especially for the skilled labor positions that you need.
Yeah. So tariffs, our engine components used to come out of Europe. And we've been shifting that back to America over the last 3 years. There are still some coming out of Europe, and there's tariffs on that. We're working through it, dealing with it. We have to deal with it. But we've moved a lot back over the last 3 years, so that has shifted, so we have less tariffs on those components. Labor-wise, we're fortunate. People love building motorcycles. So we're on the west side in Grand Rapids. There's a lot of furniture. There's a lot of tool and die. And a lot of people would much rather build a motorcycle than work on an office chair. So that's a cool thing we have going for us.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm very much looking forward to getting my leg over the bike one more time. Bill Melvin is the CEO of Buell Motorcycle. And Scarlett, I have put in a pre-order for one of these motorcycles. But I will say it's a $25,000 purchase, so my wife has not yet approved the actual buy.
You should always make sure that she's okay with these things, Matt, but I know you're good about that. Matt Miller, thank you so much. He is, of course, the co-host of Bloomberg Open Interest, and he also